again on, once again, another moment of truth. Now, I've been telling people a lot of things in my videos, and aside from a few that down with the mag and the bitter truth, a lot of people don't believe what I say. Now, as far as these Hollywood characters, I told you they're wearing masks. They never show their real body. They never really show you their face. Their face is actually altered. The people not getting it. You never understand. Hollywood peoples are all fake from the name down to their body. All fakery. And I'm going to show you right here in this so-called video. I'm going to show you. As you can see, the Keanu Reeves right there. Big old fake on the masses. A lot of people slept on. Let's run this right here and see what they're talking about.
This is special effects legend Kevin Yeager.
See, he laughing in the background. This Kevin Yeager right there, so-called, is an expert of massing up these characters, bring them in front of the people, and the people believe in TV and the characters that they bring. What a dumb shit. Run it.
And here, he's adding some color to the nipple of this fake bodysuit.
What's up with the fake bodysuit, people? Because I told you already, Hollywood is a deception, just like I show you with those men in a drag. Have all the man basically lusting all this time without them knowing that it's all man they lusting to in woman's suit. Look what they do to this right here. They can show you a man with muscle and everything, abs and everything, and it's not real. So you're sitting there as a woman lusting off these fake men in Hollywood. Yes, and disrespect your man right there beside you. That's what Hollywood got in mind. You understand? The same thing the male do when they see those so-called females on TV. They respect them more than they respect their woman right beside them. What you think? All designed by Hollywood.
But as he moves the airbrush up, he's adding a much more subtle change. You can see the difference between the bottom of the suit and the top part that he hasn't gotten to yet.
Wow, the distance that Hollywood go to fool the masses is unbelievable, people.
Spray paint does is give the suit texture, mimicking the undertones human skin naturally has, and giving the appearance of tiny details like pores.
That's what I told you. Wow, the people not getting it, man. Most of those people you see on TV with the fake body, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of them is fake. Just remember, I tell you, the Rock Johnson, all of them is fake. 100%. They wear bodysuit. They're not even real male. Just remember that shit. All Transformers in Hollywood.
From a life cast picking up on an actor's defining features, to sculpting subtle veins, to mastering a jiggly stomach. A lot of effort goes into making the bodysuits actors wear look real.
Look at this shit right here, a whole bodysuit. You think that was necessary, people, for them to do a movie? They go to making a whole bodysuit? It's deception. That's why they do it. And you never believe the BAM. And watch them expose themselves. As far as showing you shit that I've been telling you. A lot of people don't get it. You got drags coming out on TV, stars that in Hollywood that you slept on tell you they're actually drags and laughing in your damn face and you still don't believe it.
Warning, there you go. Some spoilers ahead for Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Spoilers, let's see.
Bodysuits let actors go through physical transformations that they couldn't easily make on their own, from gaining.
Because I always tell you those actors don't really look like that. Tom Cruise and them Brad Pitts that they got you drooling over as a female. Remember that shit. Their body is not real. Their face is altered. They're 100% fake.
To gaining muscle, to being pregnant. There are times when bodysuits don't need.
You see them mention the pregnant? That's what Hollywood do, period. Whether they're in the movie or not, the trick will still go on. That's what they do in Hollywood.
Be as detailed because they're covered in clothing, like this suit Kevin Yeager designed for Dana Carvey in an ultimately...
See hole in the pyramid on the hand sign right there? But tell me why Beyonce and them, all of those so-called pop stars, why do they wear a bodysuit? Taylor Swift and them, Mariah Carey, why they wear a bodysuit on stage? Because they're not real females. They wear the female bodysuit. I break it down and I show the masses. They still don't get it. Wow, keep sleeping on this
cut
shit.
Sequence from The Master of Disguise. But because Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter appear shirtless in Bill and Ted Face the Music, both the muscle suits and fat bodysuit created for scenes where they meet future versions of themselves had to...
That's just how they do it, people. You're not getting it. And of course, they're doing a sloppy job in the movie, but when it comes to them passing off fake as real, that's when they really put the work in action.
Incredibly detailed. To make a bodysuit, you first have to get a life cast of an actor's entire torso. Keanu and Alex were covered in purple and green silicone rubbers. The green silicone has an oil in it that ensures it won't pull any of the actors' hairs out of their bodies. The two silicones...
They don't have no hair. They're really females. They don't have no hair on no body. That's how it is, people. Just wake up. Transformer they give you in Hollywood just to deceive you.
Each other, and are then wrapped in a temporary plaster jacket to hold them together, which will eventually be replaced by a fiberglass shell. That forms the mold that will shape the bodysuit.
Why they go through all of this shit, people? I told you, the rabbit hole is deep. They go too far to deceive the people on TV.
The fiberglass torso shell is laid up.
Not even the nose. It's the same people doing it. Just remember, I tell you, they show you fake people all
into
day.
The silicone impression, which then gets covered in clay for the sculpting part of the process. This is the first stage where attention to every realistic detail is crucial as the team sculpts every muscle and vein onto this mold.
I just wanted to make sure it looked at every angle, like if he lifted his...
Can you please show us the female suit that the man in a drag them wearing? Because I know you got it there also. You're just showing us the male disguise. Show us the female disguise. Of course, they do
something that everything was finished beautifully down here, just as much as it was up here.
In early design and Photoshop stages, Alex said he actually wanted the muscular build to look like a gorilla. Even if the suit's shape is over the top, the basic anatomy can still be convincing. Sculptor Carol Koch kept a model of the human anatomy in front of her as a reference while chipping away at the muscle suits.
That's how they make your favorite movie star. That's how they get them to look like how they look. They're 100% fake. Vin Diesel and them, I told you, they're not that even close to being the size that they show you. Their height and the so-called muscle on them, 100% fake.
A common misconception is that when muscles bulge, the veins will too. But veins actually don't get that big.
I would have them just keep making those veins subtle, more subtle. So they would just keep smoothing them out until I could barely see them, or they're there, but they didn't look, like they were worms.
Then your Rock Johnson right there. Nothing but a faker.
Come back with a painting that also pops them up. So that the combination of a nice sculpture with paint is what makes them real.
Once they've sculpted the shape of the bodysuits with all their details in clay, they make a mold of the clay suit using a thicker silicone. Combine the life-cast torso shell and then inject foam latex into it. The outer layer of foam is removed and replaced with a skin-colored layer of silicone. What about silicone makes it the right material for human skin? Well, foam wrinkles easily, and silicone can soften those wrinkles, but more.
Where Hollywood get this deception from, people? Where is it come from? Where is this evil shit come from right here to disguise and fool on the human being? What is it doing, people? What is the purpose of it? To make a movie? I don't think so. It's deception. Lifetime deception they give you right here with TV. That's where you get the news and the fantasy and everything else. Wake your ass up.
Importantly, Kevin says, silicone absorbs light the same way human skin does, which goes a long way towards making the suits look real. But it isn't until after the suit is sealed and injected with yet more silicone that Kevin can start to paint details on the skin, as plain foam doesn't look very convincing as an outer skin layer. The next thing to nail was skin tone. When trying to nail the color palette of the actor's skin, Kevin started with lighter shades to match Keanu.
Then what you gotta understand, people, the deception go real deep. And even though they show you CGI a lot of times where they could put an actor face on somebody else's body, like Will Smith tell you, you can still see that it's a deception, even though it's CGI. So that's why they can do this right there. You understand? Make a whole bodysuit. Like I don't tell you, the deception go deep. They have to make a bodysuit. To hell with the CGI. Because it's not just for TV. You understand what I mean? It's not just for that movie. It's to fool the people, period, about these people looks. You're not getting it.
Alex's complexions. But the prison scene in Face the Music was shot in New Orleans during July, when temperatures reached nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
And I told you already, they don't have to go to no other state, no other country to film no movie. The same movie, Hollywood studio, they can make it look like anything with green screen. Just come on, people. What's wrong with you? Wake up.
The muscle suits was shot in a prison yard, so Kevin knew the actors would be spending a lot of time in the sun. So to compensate, he made the
film in a prison yard.
suits a shade darker than their normal skin tone. Or, as Kevin says, he gave the suits a suntan, which gets to an important point. Color makes a big difference in making the skin.
Almost every single people that they show you on TV, 100% fakers on the mask. Just remember, I tell you that, just like you see your Ruth Ginsburg the other day, so-called Supreme Court judge that died, it's another faker. All of them is. Just wake your ass up. It's not real people they present to you on TV. So remind you, those are the people actually fooling the whole wide world. How did we let that happen? It coming from all masked up characters, but you believe in them. Take what they say and run. That's why the whole wide world is dumb. I'm gone.